Welcome back, everyone, to Wormhole Extremists. My name is David Reed. I'm with Yvie Cahill
Hello, Gators.
and Nicole Rodriguez Galdo.
Hello. Were you trying to go like full Aussie there, Evie?
No, that was me kind of doing like a really ochre accent.
No
It
idea
was
what that
bad.
was.
It was bad.
Isn't an
Hello.
ochre like a peevish person?
Ochre's just like a really Australian person who
Okay.
has like just like a really harsh accent. But yeah,
All
it's
right.
pretty funny.
I would
Anyway.
love to see the Music Man performed in your culture. See how
Yes.
the Rhine and Spine says mindly on the pline. All right.
That's actually not a bad. That's not a bad accent.
Thank you.
It's not a bad accent.
Hi, Nicole.
Hello.
You have
Sorry, I
something
was
for
just thinking
us.
about accents. I do. Nicole remembered to do her job this week, which is to bring the
Oh, there was
magazines.
Hardcover binder for
That's
it.
so
Yeah, and it's like
cool.
slots in.
That.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I know. So I'm going to show you the front of the one for this week's for Secrets and Bane. So we've got that. This is the back of another one of the previous week, but that's that. So this will talk about the 3 episodes that were on this disc.
Wasn't Jonas on that cover?
Yeah, so what they did was they included random like actors and from all over the show, all over the seasons, because they started doing this really late. So by when season 6 was already out, they were already doing this. So yes, Jonas is on it. It doesn't make sense. They had pictures of Richard Nansen on the season 1 DVDs from him in like seasons 4 and 5, and I was like, well, why are you doing this?
It's the photography that they had.
Yeah, so we've got like different mission reports and
really
character
cool.
pages.
Pull it up a little bit higher so we can see it.
Yeah, so hold on. This is the planet from Bane.
Yes.
Yes.
And a whole thing about it, about the planet and like, you know, what the dial-up code is, the inhabitants, population, which is bugs.
Bugs.
Yes.
Bugs. And
wow, that's really cool.
Look through, here we have a Mayborn personnel file and a mission report on secrets written by Daniel. And I'll just read the first
awesome.
smidge of it, which is Hammond let Teal'c and I go to Abydos. Jack and Sam were in Washington at a presidential ceremony where they were to receive the Military Air Medal. I thought we would be quite safe enough. Anyway, I just had to tell Kasuf the very painful news that I had not yet found Sharae and that she was now a Gould. But to my amazement, Sharae was there in the village. She was very heavily pregnant. And there was no sign of the Gould within her. And I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so cool. So does it cover every episode or just a couple of episodes per season?
Every episode that is in there. So this magazine covers these 3 episodes.
Yep.
So it covers Family, Secrets, and Bane, and then the next one will cover the next ones, and it goes on like that until like season 9 of SG-1, I believe.
And so they did this for like all of SG-1, or did they
9 seasons of SG-1, and then I think they stopped.
Wow.
And there's even a mention here about the Harcesis, and it includes the picture from Absolute Power.
Yes.
This is very heavy, sorry, it's very hard to hold.
Yeah.
So they did that because obviously it happens in season 4, but you know, whatever.
Where would the
Born in
DVDs
season
go?
2.
The DVDs, so it would be a plastic package where one magazine was, and in the plastic package, the DVD was just jammed in the front.
Okay.
On the back as well of Mayborn's file, you have the NID documents with Simmons and stuff on that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
This is very thorough.
Yeah, and then if you open this up...
Oh, it pulls out.
This is the isn't it the symbol of the traitor?
Yes, turn back.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's traitor.
Are you
for
sure?
the Gould, isn't it? I believe it is, because this
Oh,
one,
yes, that's right. Okay.
It was painted on Teal'c's house.
That's right.
Yes.
I thought it was the turn back symbol from There Before the Grace of God. But
and then we've got... Woo!
Wow.
And it
It's
talks
so cool.
about how
I am so jealous.
the cargo ship
Yeah,
works.
me too.
We don't have access to any of that.
Yeah, and then it talks about insect metamorphosis for Bane right there. It teaches you a bit of science, actual science, in it. So,
Wow.
and it tells you the planet addresses for all these different locations.
Wow.
Dialing codes. Cool.
Yeah, so it's very thorough and a really fun read.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's
Well,
a
it looks like
Kasuf file as well.
you've taken very good care of it.
Yes, I'm very proud of. Oh, there's the bug. Oop. And then there's next
Wow.
week's. But yeah, it's very cool. I have 2 of these binders because I don't have all the magazines, but I have all these ones, and I had people help me finish my collection and stuff.
You know,
so.
eBay you can get anything on eBay.
Yeah, I need to figure out which ones I don't have.
I did the
still.
same with
So-
Star Trek the magazine. I have the entire 4-year run, and I only recently finished. Like I was missing like 4 magazines, and I recently got them all and finished my set out. And I have hard slip cases for them too. So I'm right there with you on the
That's so
collector
cool.
front. Yeah.
By the way, Jed Ted's just said, does Nicole's shirt say winner? It's from PUBG. It's winner, winner, chicken dinner, because that's what you get when you kill. When you win, you have to be last man standing. It's like Fortnite, but Fortnite copied it, so you know.
Yeah.
My friend's son says, "Oh,
Happy camper.
I should have had it last week.
Last week, yeah.
I know.
oh my god." Yeah, I have nothing interesting in mind, but I thought, like, in lieu of what happens with Bane, I think it's Bane, yeah, when Carter mentions like something about there being a pigeon problem. Because of the I've got some birds on my cardigan.
I was really
funny.
close to getting a bird tattoo right next to my Stargate point of origin yesterday, and then I didn't because I chickened out. But I'll do it next week, I think, because I want it. It's a black bird as well, just like that. It's a crow, so
Oh, cool.
Look
I
at
think
that.
these are technically swans, not pigeons, but still.
Hey.
It's
We
like,
are really late
same
to
vein.
starting today. We're
We
14
are,
minutes in.
Yeah.
But I want to start with Adam's artwork for Secrets.
Yes.
So go ahead and you guys have the link for that?
I did.
I
Go ahead and
do.
pull it.
I'm gonna avoid looking at it until everyone's looking at it.
So I love his comic book style.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it took me a second to understand what was happening.
Right.
Yes.
That is, I like. So it's the White
The
House.
style is amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
but it just makes sense for the political kind of
It's
standpoint
Simon,
of the episode.
what was
It
his name?
does.
Simon, I forget his last name, but yeah, the reporter. So getting hit by a car.
Armin Selleck.
Armin Selleck. Why did I want to say Simon?
How did you remember that?
Armin Selleck.
I have it written down in front of me.
Oh, that helps. Yeah.
I should have read the mission report. You know, maybe it would have been mentioned.
This art style is so
that's
cool.
really cool.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I'd read Stargate as a comic.
I would too.
Yeah.
And let's take a look at Bane. Are you guys ready for this?
Ready for Bane. I
Are
think
you
he's
ready
really
for
proud of this one.
nightmares?
Coming up.
Oh.
Oh my god!
That's like
I hate it.
It's awesome, but it creeps me out.
I hate
big
it.
It's like
time.
H.R. Giger, you know, meets Stargate.
Is it Giger
meets-
or Geiger?
It's pronounced Giger.
It's so that is the way. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, he pronounced it that way.
And he's got
Okay.
like one normal arm still.
Right. Exactly.
That's really creepy.
I
And
mean,
it looks like
I
an
respect
abandoned
it.
city.
I
Yes.
just hate it.
No,
That
I
is-
appreciate the art, but
Yeah, Adam did a
awful.
great job with this.
if I think
is-
too hard on it while
wow.
I'm sleeping, I'll
I
have
know.
nightmares.
Exactly.
It's nightmare
Exactly
fuel.
right. He's just almost completely gone. So, but this AI has really got SG-1's faces down now. So
Yeah,
It
they're
does,
a lot
it's
more
quite- it's
accurate
crushing
than
it.
they were.
it's
Yeah,
really killing it. Yep, for sure. Reminds me a lot of the one we had a few weeks ago with Daniel, or I guess last week with Daniel on drugs.
yes.
So, well done, Adam.
Yes.
Thank you, Adam.
Well
Good.
That horrifying image is going to be buried.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Right?
hang on to that for a while.
Exactly, whether you want it or not. That's funny. I hope everyone has. Dan Ben. I hate cockroaches. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
have the urge to want to squash it with my shoe.
Gene Deotta Smith. I don't want that one in the calendar.
Good point.
If you want people to stay out of your
No.
kitchen, put that one on the wall there.
Oh God.
Okay. You guys ready for secrets?
I am ready for secrets.
I love this episode.
Yeah.
I actually quite like
I
this
enjoy
episode too.
Yeah. It's a sequel to the pilot in many ways.
Yes, that's why I think I
mhm.
like it above a lot of the rest of season 2.
Yep. It picks
Well,
up the
I
story.
I have quite a lot of points to discuss on this episode, so it should be good times.
Right. Let's go ahead and pull it up here. And then we will get ready to go. Okay, it's 44 minutes long. You guys have it?
Yep.
Certainly do.
All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started now. Hope you enjoy Secrets in 5, 4, 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Yvie.
G'day.
And Kasuf. There he is.
Oh, hey,
His
Kasuf.
first Stargate SG-1 appearance.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say it's his return from the movie. And
We
he's
met him at
obviously the
GayCon. He's
second.
lovely.
He is amazing. I very much love and appreciate him. What was I going to say?
He's
He's
the
the second actor from the movie to reprise his role.
Yes.
After Alexis, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, this is terrific. So this is going to be kind of the sequel to Stargate SG-1's pilot, Children of the Gods. And
Yes.
Daniel's wrestling with the truth of the situation, which is he's not going back with his wife, whom he promised to return.
Yeah.
And Skara's gone too. So
That's true. Yeah.
you got to imagine Kasuf's ready for some news.
I really appreciate this episode. Like, it really needed to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. I was anticipating it, with the promise in the pilot that we're going to come back to this planet. So
Yeah. Well, we've waited like a season and a half.
I know.
Mhm.
So it was a long time coming, but kind of glad that they didn't address it immediately and they've sort of dragged it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Keeps us interested.
Yeah,
I will
exactly.
say, this episode in particular, like, it is quite fun because not only do we get to revisit the kind of pilot vibes and Abydos and continue that kind of story, but it's also great because we get to see Sam and Jack actually, like, hanging out, just them two, They don't really do much bonding because they're always
Correct.
as a big team. And I
That's
like
true.
when they pair off. It's really nice.
Yeah. And obviously this is also Carmen's first episode as
That's
Major
right.
Carter.
I forgot.
Oh, shame on us.
Yeah.
Shame on us.
Absolutely.
May you rest in peace.
Stock shot from the movie.
Yes. Yeah, this is actually the first episode also for the Deep Space Radar Telemetry cover
Yes.
story.
Yeah.
I
I said that to somebody the other day. I was like, "Oh, I'm busy. I've got some deep space radar telemetry to do." As like just a random joke. And obviously they didn't watch Stargate, so they did not get it. But I just said it and walked away, and it was hilarious to see.
And just like laughing in your head,
Mhm,
thinking
yeah.
you're so clever.
Yeah. Very smug.
Oh boy, here we go. We're on bended knee.
Yeah. I like that he hasn't said anything. He's just sitting here listening to him talking about that.
And his English is so good.
Yeah.
He's a
No
good
bunny
teacher.
way this time.
Yeah. You ain't sweet, dude.
It's interesting that Daniel tried to like kind of respect the Abydos clothing by coming back in the
Uh-huh.
in what they expect him to be in, while
Yep.
like
Well,
Teal'c's
you
just
have
come in
to.
full
He's
uniform.
visiting his father-in-law.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's also more comfortable that way there. Oh. Uh-oh.
Were they separated at this time, or were they still a couple? The actors?
In real
I
life?
don't know. I don't think that they
well-
were together anymore.
I mean, for those who don't
Well, she
know,
was pregnant at
she
this
is
time.
technically pregnant with Tatiana
actual-
Shanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I always like wondered because obviously they had to like kind of ride her out. I was wondering at what point they actually separated. Because I just find that interesting. Just interesting behind the scenes facts, I do love the pregnancy because it's like, good job, Michael Shanks. You knocked her up and now we've got to write it into the show, but it added a really good plot point. To
That's
the
exactly
show,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
It did so much
Pretty
for the
much.
show.
I love pregnancy stuff. I love when people get pregnant and they have to find every way to get around it.
Each
If
series
it
had
doesn't
one.
suit the character. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they did it poorly, aka Frasier, and sometimes they do it well, like in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like that Amanda Tapping, it didn't work for her character to be pregnant, so they managed to make
No.
it work. And then I love that when she came back a few months later, Claudia got pregnant. They were like, "Well, it works for her, so we'll throw that in."
You
And
said
it's-
Frasier, Evie?
Frasier, yeah.
Wait,
oh,
did-
the TV series Frasier.
Wait, Frasier the TV
Okay, I was
series.
gonna say,
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
not Doc
My
Frasier,
folks would know
obviously.
it. Right. I was like, I think she
yeah.
had her baby after she left the show.
I was gonna say,
No,
yeah.
Frasier the TV show
Got
with
it.
Kelsey Grammer. Yeah.
Stock shot from the
Um,
movie. Stock shot from the movie.
Yeah, why not? Reuse, recycle.
Teal, why didn't you use
Um,
that a year later when you killed her? God forbid you
Oh.
carry that then.
God, yeah, my
Oh.
friends asked me that question.
Yeah.
I was going to say I was calling this the episode the one with the secrets to the power of six because it's the information leak. That's one secret. The Stargate itself, which is two. Then there's the nature of Armin's accident. Then there's Carter's secret from Jacob about her job. There's obviously hiding the child. And Aminette also means secrets or hidden.
I did not
I've
know
learned
that.
so many things in a few seconds.
I know.
Wow. I'm going to have to go back and listen to all that. Okay.
Yeah, that was cool. Hey, I also didn't realize that Chris Owens, who plays the journalist Armin Selleck, he is of X-Files fame. He was in 11 episodes of X-Files and he played the character of Jeffrey Spender, who is Mulder's half-brother.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is also the only episode directed by Dwayne Clark.
It's a good episode to direct, you know, if you're doing it one time.
Yeah.
I'm glad he wasn't given Bane. Whoever got given Bane, I feel sorry for them.
So we're getting a lot of backstory here.
Yeah.
Apophis is the father. Ooh. Nope.
Nah.
So he came in spaceship to deliver her. Is that the idea? Because the Stargate was closed?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, God. David, have you just uncovered a plot hole?
It hasn't occurred to me before then.
Because doesn't he come through...
Harrower lands on the
Yeah,
pyramid.
doesn't Apophis come through the gate together?
Apophis comes through the gate.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All I know
Maybe they already
is that
unburied
I found myself spending like 15 minutes yesterday doing like pregnancy math. So relatively speaking, Sharai has probably been on Abydos since before Apophis attacked Earth, which was about 5 months prior to this.
If only he
knew.
knew.
Kasuf said that she'd been there for more than a season. So presuming an Abydos year is 12 months long and each season is roughly 3 months long, and Sharai had like a normal human 9-month pregnancy, then she would have come home around her second trimester.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Michael Shanks' acting is great in this
I love
scene.
him.
It is.
So good.
So good.
I have a horrible question that I kind of don't want answered, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because I think it's important for my knowledge. Which is that, you know, obviously Apophis and Aminette had to physically smash in the traditional sense in order to produce a child. But I've always wondered, like do the Gould just smash for funsies?
No,
What do
they're
they
not
do if
allowed
they get
to.
pregnant? They're not allowed to smash for funsies?
They're not supposed to. No. That's the Heartseases is forbidden.
So this is Robson Square in Vancouver, guys.
And we've been there.
We
The
stood
Bronze
there.
Bird. We have the Bird of Spring. It's called.
Our Airbnb was like just 20 meters down the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they can't. It's forbidden because the genetic knowledge is passed on to the baby.
But they can't even smash. Like, what if they just don't produce a child, or they,
I don't know. I'm sure they have some
stop
kind
it.
of,
System.
Gould, pill.
Birth control.
So,
I hope
yeah.
they do, because I feel like they should smash, because they're very they're always about beauty. And
I love it when you say smash. It's so.
I don't.
It's so,
I just have to say it
so beautiful and meaningful, and it's just smashing.
I don't want to use all the other words I thought of.
Carmen Argenziano.
Okay, yeah. So don't say smash.
Let's move on.
Carmen's
from
on screen.
smashing and go back to.
I'll tell you who's smashing that bald sucker right there.
He is a smashing fellow in terms of appearance.
Can you imagine what Shari is dealing with right now?
Her life.
She must
sucks.
feel so disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on several fronts, because pregnancy's no picnic either.
No.
That's the thing, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh God, I forgot about the nudity.
Yeah.
I just thought about the fact that Teal'c was present in the room when she basically just, oh my God, so bad. Horrible.
He's been a topic of conversation with my husband.
Yeah. He never comes to bed because he's just so
over
angry.
the
Pace is all right.
discussions over dinner.
They should have honestly just taken her back to Earth.
we kind of missed the first part of a goof.
Mm.
I hate it when we do that.
We kind of did. Like, I was going to talk about it later when the second part came into play. But when O'Neill and Carter are talking and descending the stairs, Jack says, "I'm sorry to hear that," as an apology for Carter and her time in DC. But he says something different when the journalist plays back the recording.
Oh God, what a silly goof.
I did not know that.
Yep.
It's very silly.
That's new. So everyone's making Smash jokes in the chat.
Everyone stop. I don't like what I've done.
Jed Ted said Hulk smash.
Jed Ted, I didn't know Michael had a kid with Vaitiari Bandera. So yes, that's absolutely. It's Mia Tabitha Shanks, and Mia is.
I thought it was Tatiana.
Oh, is it?
I wrote Tatiana Shanks.
Tatiana Shanks. Where am I getting
Mia?
Mia
Yeah,
Tabitha?
it is Tatiana. The other one's probably
Mia
his kid with Lexa.
Mia, is that right? Mia Tabitha? Yes. Okay, and then
I think
they
that's
had
another kid.
and then
He
they
has
had
two
Samuel.
girls and a boy.
So
yeah.
right. So yes, you're absolutely Tatiana Shanks. Yes, good for you guys. Yep.
Can I just say, Michael Shanks's genetics really did a good job. His children are
They did him a favor.
lovely.
For sure.
I hope my kids come out that beautiful. I like that Daniel's having a selfish moment where he's kind of sitting here like, and Teal'c's like, okay, I need you to focus.
Well, the episode, he has to give him time to adjust to this news, and it does.
Yeah.
So
he's that kind of peak guy that would like in that Keanu Reeves romance I love so much. Was it like, no, it's not A Walk to Remember. It's like something like that, where like this woman's pregnant and he meets her and she's like, my father will be so upset with me, and then he's like, I'll pretend to be your husband and this is our baby, and that's the excuse. He's that kind of dad, He'd have a kid that isn't his.
it's the only time he goes by Jake.
That's weird.
So
Can't accept that.
I was listening to your interview from way back when, David, with Jacob, and with Carmen, and Carmen said that Amanda Tapping was wonderfully supportive, and he felt a spark with her, which I thought was really sweet.
Aww.
And you can tell because it translates through the screen for sure.
That's why they brought him back. If it didn't work, if Amanda didn't like working with him, they wouldn't have brought him back.
He has such good chemistry with Richie Nansen and Amanda Tapping.
Yep.
It's great. He just called her Sam, and that threw me off. My shipper heart is floating.
Town.
Can't deal with this.
I've heard nothing about you.
See, that's the kind of charm I go in with when I meet people.
I find it hard to believe that Jack never knew that Sam's dad was a general.
I do feel like they just haven't talked enough, They haven't really bonded.
Yeah.
Planet after planet. Overnight sleeps on other worlds. It would never come up. I don't know. I have a hard time buying that. This has been a year and a half now. You would know each other pretty intimately.
So apparently, I was just going to talk more about Carmen. So Carmen auditioned for the role. He said he was up against like 10 or so other actors. And he ended up being cast by Mary Jo Slater, who's Christian Slater's mum.
Yes.
Which I didn't know.
Mary Jo cast
cool.
SG-1.
That is...
Yeah.
Wow.
She cast the SG-1 team.
Yeah, that's so cool. And he thought he'd only be appearing in one episode, but obviously
Boy, did he get
an
lucky.
integral returning character, and he was in 25 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah. And Jonathan Glasner and Brad Wright told him their like immediate plan for Jacob, I think on the sets of Secrets.
Okay, so he knew pretty quickly that he'd have to come back for a couple more.
They knew that he'd survived cancer, and that they wanted to have him return for a few more episodes.
Here we go. Simon, my foot. I can't believe I said that. Armin Selig.
Armin.
I love Daniel. He's such a supportive boo. Let's go.
I've cheated on you a couple of times, but I love you.
Yeah, I didn't actually cheat. It wasn't my choice, but yeah. Love me
He
and
was
my kid,
coerced.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Suck it up, man. The next time you see her, it's going to be a little bit more painful.
yeah.
Mhm.
That was an intense episode. Like, that episode's
Forever
gonna
and
be
a Day?
tough time.
Yeah.
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 The first time I was watching it, I didn't quite get it. I had to go back and see it a few times.
I remember when I was a kid, it really confused me until right at the end, and I went, okay. Yeah, don't look away. He's he loves you. Chill out. She's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
She's still beautiful, inside and out.
Yeah.
When I had her on the show,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I want to have you back, please. she was just a ray of light.
Agreed. Yeah, I did watch that
A
interview.
human sunbeam.
Yeah.
And she was so open as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Very
yeah,
open
about
and
everything.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really funny that out of like the relationships he has in SG-1, he goes from this sweet, wonderful, loving wife to whatever the hell Vala is later.
Well, yeah, and
It's
so and like
hilarious.
Sharae, for the most part, has had a very sheltered existence, except when she's, obviously a host.
Yeah.
Compared to Vala.
Vala's wild.
He's just lived a life on the edge.
I love it. I just love that he went for like the complete polar opposite. He didn't really go for it. She kind of just forced herself into his life, and he's had to accept it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, this conversation.
Don't
Yeah.
interfere.
She's already been to space.
But he doesn't know that.
Bloody beginning of season 1 too. Sorry. Yeah.
He just thinks that she's settling for a kind of, I guess, a low hanging science job when she's capable of so much more.
Yeah. Doesn't he like realize it's a cover, but he doesn't know what it's a cover for? So
right.
it's
Well,
like,
he just said, you need your cover story could use some polish.
it's like just assume my job is cooler than you think.
Well, he knows that she works in Cheyenne Mountain, probably like with a microscope in her face.
Yes.
He has no idea that they're going to other worlds.
Thanks to her, he's about to get the best job of his life.
It's true. Absolutely. Hey, Dad, I made in a few calls. We're putting you in a word with the Tok'ra. You're going to find they're going to be very supportive.
You're now part of an alien species, and you're going to have negotiations. Let's do this.
Dad, I've got you a new job.
Ambassador.
The guys from Tok'ra Recruit are going to be in contact.
Right, exactly. They'll be in touch. You may be moving a lot because you're terrorists, but other than that.
So this is kind of not really a goof, but kind of. So Jack didn't wear his hat, like his cover, when he left to go to this bar. And like, especially because he's in DC, it's sort of kind of like not very proper for him to go without it. But the way that I kind of justify in my head is
Jack's
that because he's sort of on like more of an unofficial sort of covert, like kind of request from Hammond to gain more intel, that it's not really part of the military, so that's why he's taken the hat off.
That is fair.
But he's not out there getting more information at the moment, is he?
Well, he is kind of. Wasn't he asked by Hammond to sort of poke around a little bit?
Okay.
Doesn't he say that in a minute? Was that now? Or does he say it in a minute? Because he wouldn't have told Hammond because the guy just introduced himself.
That's the thing. Yeah, he just finds out that there's something wrong.
We've all gone quiet listening to this, trying to find the goof.
Yeah, no, I'm totally wrong.
Oh, it wasn't a goof?
No, not that. Well, I guess it was more of a goof than what I thought.
So the dialogue is different.
He literally, no, Jack was literally just going out to get some air.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He hasn't told
But I
him
mean
yet.
the dialogue goof.
No, yes, that was the dialogue goof, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so it was actually a goof.
Sorry, in the goof, he says my condolences.
Yeah.
Instead of I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, got it.
That's what I was
Okay.
trying to pick up.
Yeah.
I thought you said sorry, but I wasn't sure. I can't remember what you said about how long the sentence was.
The parabolic microphone was pointed inside of an alternate reality near to ours. So that's the one that he heard. So and a C5 Galaxy
Apparently.
is an enormous freaking
That's an
airplane. That is a
amazing
fat
microphone.
plane. So.
Sorry, Jed Ted's just asked in the chat, military can't take their hat off in the bar. No, I think it was more that he left without wearing it. I think he left the affair without it on his head.
They can't take their jackets out without the president telling them so. Or take their jackets off. And you know what? That's going to be really convenient because an enemy of Apophis is about to show up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He's like, go with them.
I really love the end of this episode when it's like, our hero, oh yeah, now Apophis. And it's just like, and Jack and Sam are like, what the hell's going on? We just got here. So I'm very excited.
Oh, Tilt gets to play a bit of dress up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you're about to meet the Tok'ra.
Yeah, exactly.
Shame they'll be a bit, late, because Teal would have shot you.
If only they had been like 2 minutes sooner to get to the Stargate instead of just sitting around yakking in this tent.
It's really frustrating.
Let's expedite this, guys. Speed along.
It's my deepest issue with with science fiction in general. Just in the nick of time,
I like that 200 brings that up and mocks it.
Yep. Was that a boxing reference Hammond was doing? Here we go.
League.
I wonder who that could be. Kinsey.
I hate Kinsey so much. Can't wait for him to die.
I don't think you're supposed to like him.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. You're supposed to enjoy hating him.
Yeah.
Not transfer your hatred of all politicians. All right.
Yeah, why don't they just quickly dial right now?
Yeah. God forbid.
Like, quick, dial. And they're just standing around.
Literally.
It can only mean one thing.
Uh-oh.
Isn't Hera like technically Apophis's like nephew? So it's like
no, it's Roz. He's Roz. Well, yes, yeah, that's true.
So it's like my nephew's actually here. It's not my husband. We should run.
She doesn't know that though. She thinks it's Apophis.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
See, this is why. This is why the gold sleeps.
Also, guys, this is the third time that Daniel has assisted in a birth. So the first time was obviously off screen, the Yucatan pre-Stargate movie birth.
Second was your favorite.
And then the second
episode.
was Argos. Yeah.
There we go.
He's practically.
He's getting really good practice.
Stage.
It's a shame he wasn't there to help Marla with hers. He was on the ship when she was giving birth. If he'd gotten there like a few minutes earlier,
that's true. He was there. He wouldn't be calling it a Stargate either. He'd be calling it a Chapter I.
They speak
correct.
English. Let's forget that.
That's my second irritation about this. Everyone speaks English.
Yeah, at least with like Doctor Who,
show,
you have the convenience of like the TARDIS just like translates.
Exactly.
I didn't even know that.
Stargate.
I know nothing about Doctor Who. Wow.
I don't see the problem.
It's a lot of assumptions.
Uh-huh. There you go. There's the key. Yeah, like they care.
See, now he's on a mission.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I can't believe we used to give birth without like hospitals and like, anesthetic.
Had no choice.
This is awful.
Yeah. Well, that was the birth death rate was like pretty high.
Pretty bad, yeah. Being a woman back in the day was not fun.
Yeah, I don't think it's fun now either.
No, but at least you have some drugs.
True.
Oh, Daniel. So cute.
So I
Teal,
think
shut
I
up.
read somewhere. I think I read somewhere that for a while, anytime that Michael Shanks went to any like conventions, he would tell the story of when they were actually filming this, and she was actually pregnant in real life with his child, and he was just sort of praying that she wouldn't actually go into labor.
So during all his
That would be,
performance,
like,
he's
a
just
little bit too
stressing.
meta, yeah.
Yeah. How severely pregnant was she at the time? Was she like right at the point where
She
she
was
could
extremely
pop
pregnant.
early? Jeez.
Well, she looks extremely pregnant, so
Well, sometimes they can add like an extra bit of
That's
bump on the
true,
end,
yeah.
so-
yeah, they might have bulked her out a tiny bit because after she has the child, she does look like she's a little bit slimmer. So
Yes.
maybe they did bulk her out a little bit.
Yeah,
and then
that's
just
probably
took that
right.
away. Yeah.
Anthony Rawling said, McKay said before doctors, the survival rate was 1 in
So-
3. That's awful.
So this building here is the Vancouver Art Gallery,
Yes.
So they just slapped a bunch
which
of
is actually
stickers on?
actually a 1-minute walk from where the bird was that we saw before. The
It
bird
sure
of
was.
spring. Yeah.
It's a little obvious, don't you think, Jack?
So apparently there's a bit of a goof here. The epaulette on Jack's right shoulder is out of place. And then it kind of miraculously fixes itself when he delivers his 1L line as he's walking away.
Typical. Shame you're not going to live long enough to, release it.
Who do you think his source was?
Kinsey.
Kinsey.
Was it Kinsey?
Yeah, Kinsey would benefit from the
Because he's the one who was
program
fighting
going
it the
public, because
most.
he would be able to use the public's leverage against the administration.
That's a good point. I
And-
didn't
and
think of
hated it.
it
take
like
control
that.
with the
But yeah,
oversight
you're
committee.
totally right.
Yeah.
Dan Ben said, is there a TV rule that
But
you're not
then
allowed to
he
be on
would've-
TV sets if you're pregnant? Don't know. You would have what, Yvie?
Oh, I was just gonna say, no, I've lost it now.
Well, what's wrong with the epaulette?
It
It's
was
gonna
like it
correct
was in,
itself.
and then it pops itself out, and then it goes back
Oh.
in again or something.
What a really particular goof that someone's picked up on. Jesus.
I know. I had to like do some pretty deep diving to find that one.
Nah. Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Here we go.
I love this line. 2 L's.
What a gag.
So good. Yeah, what I was going to say is, so Kinsey has fed this guy the information. Would he have then also ordered his assassination?
I don't.
No,
I don't think
no.
so.
because Kinsey would have used him as leverage.
Yeah.
The government would have killed him to correct
I
the
think
problem
yeah,
and send
I
a
think it was the
message.
government.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like such a creepy, dark conversation later
Yep.
when Jack's like, well, was it us? And Hammond's like,
Ooh,
I hope not,
no.
you know. But it kind of was.
That's the thing that I hate about this scene here is like he raises his eyebrows in the tight shot and then gets run over. It's a very
little bit
public
cheesy.
place. It's pretty.
Yeah,
cheesy.
it is. His nostrils are different sizes.
They are. He's just been hit by a car. I'm sure a few things are different sizes.
True.
Oh, Jean Deanna Smith said, it always impresses me that Jack singles out someone to call 911. That's the way I was taught. Never just say someone or no one will call. So yeah, you always pick some person to definitely make the call instead of just saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really smart, actually.
Yep.
Never thought about that.
Oh boy.
I really like that knife. It's a cool knife.
Yep. Remove him of his primta.
Mm.
I'll say at least it opens when he
Yeah.
Yes, this
used
time.
the weapon. It doesn't open when he shoots. Sorry, it doesn't open when he aims his Zat at Shire later.
Mm.
You mean in the next episode?
No, I think it's
In
towards
this one?
the end.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's like
it
in the
makes
next episode, it's
opening
the staff.
sound. Yeah,
So-
no, it makes makes the opening sound, but remains closed.
Oh boy.
Didn't he sadly die of cancer in real life?
Was it cancer? I don't remember. I was just sad.
I think it says cancer as his cause of death online, but I don't know how true that is.
I've lost count of the amount of people that I know who have passed away
Yeah,
from
this
cancer
says
in the
lung
last few years.
cancer.
So
Yeah,
75.
that's so young. 75.
Yep.
That's awful.
that's young now. Back in the day, it wasn't. People live quite.
He only
you know.
died a few years ago, though.
No, I know. I'm saying that like my boss and I were talking about this, about how like as generations go on, like every generation is going to live a little bit longer than the previous one.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I just read an article. Within 7 years, we're going to conquer immortality.
7 years.
That'd be nice.
The medical advances of this century are just going to be extraordinary.
Mm.
Maybe some assistance from Offworld.
Yeah, maybe they're using a Stargate to
Yeah.
try and come up with a cure for aging.
This is such a good scene.
I like this, but it feels kind of like, it feels quite cruel, you know. He's just dropped the I have cancer and didn't even give me the one thing I wanted, which was to
and
give
it was
you
so
something nice.
emotionless as well. Like his delivery was so
it's
emotionless.
really selfish. Like it's selfish, like parent.
Yeah,
thing
like
to do.
break your oath,
Yeah.
you know, to tell me what you're really doing, but no, don't. I mean, that's not what he's asking her to do, but
Yeah, he was
you know.
a knob right there.
Well, he
God,
said in
this
that
is
interview
intense.
that they wanted Jacob to be a tough military man, not too emotional or warm and cozy, I think was the phrase he used.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely achieved that. Oh.
Oh, Ray Wood said my mum died of cancer at age 43. That was 52 years ago. Wow. Sorry. Damn.
Jeez.
Oh, baby's born. That's it.
She's not, you know, conscious enough to understand what you're saying right now. She's tucked away.
Yep.
I'm not going to do that. Hold on.
I think it actually took me a while to realize that was actually Tilk.
Yeah. This is a
And I
great
think
twist.
it took Daniel a second to like recognize the voice. Hang on.
Yeah, she's still
That
pregnant.
sounds like Daniel. That sounds like Tilk. Yeah.
Don't worry about it, bro. It's just me.
Cool shot. They did well there with a little bit of a tighter shot.
Yeah.
And we see that again in season 8.
Yep. Very excited.
Except it's cheaper to do then.
Jet Ted said the best
Yeah.
giving birth scene, the opening of Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah, you get to control yourself as a baby in the game, like when you're born. So when you're born, you get to move your arms and your legs, and you get to like trigger yourself crying as you're born. So what a weird thing. Love that. A baby's born with hair.
Depends.
Some of them.
Some are,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and you'll know in advance because you have heartburn.
What?
Really?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
That's
If
bizarre.
the baby has the more hair the baby has, typically the more heartburn you'll have.
I've
Annoying.
never heard that before.
Yep.
I mean, you'll see her again, but she'll die 5 minutes later. So very tragic.
Mm.
I'm kind of glad she died, just because they really I felt like that was kind of holding Daniel back a bit. He really needs to kind of come into his own fully as a member of SG-1. And I like the fact they
Yeah.
spent the episode having him get comfortable with the idea of continuing his journey despite losing his wife.
So apparently, according to some people, that this is sort of I guess, a partial goof that they get awarded the air medal. Where
Because
are my notes? Yeah, because it isn't, well, first of all, it's not prestigious enough to warrant a flight to DC, and the appearance of the president. And usually it's awarded.
I mean, they just saved the planet though, so you know.
Yeah, but
Well,
everyone else
but I
doesn't
mean,
know
that's all
Yeah.
a secret. And it's usually reserved for duty while in aerial flight.
Interesting.
I mean, didn't
And then
they
of
fly though?
course
They were definitely in
Technically,
flight.
they were definitely in flight, yeah. And apparently later on, Carter's ribbons don't display this air medal.
Interesting. Jane Diata, it's unfair that Daniel and Teal get nothing. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they got a pay bump.
Yeah.
And maybe a fist bump. Good job, guys.
That's funny.
Are we sure? Like I feel
As far
so
as
bad.
Hammond
Like
knows, yeah.
Jack can't even
Yeah,
trust his own country.
I'm sure in the back of his mind, Hammond's like, that was no accident.
This is why,
It's
you know,
too
people are
convenient.
paranoid, you know, because stuff like that happens. It's like, wow, the convenience of that. Big sus. What are the government doing?
Oh, this is so good, yeah.
He has a different voice than the glass guy, but I don't care because I'm a god and I don't pay attention.
Hogwild, this episode made me hopeful that Harrower would become more involved as an on-screen villain, and I was completely disappointed. Yeah, when he's off in season 4, I was really surprised.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool episode, though.
Yep.
A great plot twist.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
I
don't do
need
those.
you.
Yeah.
With other Goa'uld, maybe.
His earrings are fabulous.
Yes.
Little bit of false god bling.
They're quite big, aren't they? I don't wear earrings that big.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Oh!
The Chapper Eye.
That's right. And no spinning. Because it's the off-world gate.
But we can hear the spinning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. The backside is spinning. Oh, I forgot about this. Pushing him into the... Oh, this was great.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Whoops.
That was clever.
Doesn't open. So annoying.
Nope.
Yeah.
Now it's open.
Oh, here we go.
I love this. They arrive. They're like, what the hell?
Right, exactly. Hey, what's up? And the guy in the corner is still, is being zapped around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was still being electrocuted.
God.
Oh, now he's gone again. Oh,
Now
they're dead. Now they're gone.
together.
Okay.
Oh, here comes the knife trick.
I love this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Suck it.
And I learned something from the Nox.
Yeah.
Woo-cha!
but it still works enough for him to activate the rings.
The crystal it's a different device on the back of the
right.
handles.
That's the one on his finger.
Yeah, it's a different switch. Well, it's on the back of his just above his wrist.
It's that little like cubey bit.
Yeah. Someone
I love
explain
that.
what just happened.
A lengthy tail.
I love that they're like, oh, thank God that's over. And then like any second.
Nick, nah, I personally like how Zach can disappear stuff. It's a fair point. Oh, here we go again.
What? Yeah. What is right?
Just a minute.
Great.
Everyone's showing up at once.
First episode of season 2. I like the chaos of this ending. It's great.
Yeah. Don't you hate it when you have unexpected guests?
Yeah. I only have like one unexpected guest, and that's my best friend, and she just turns up whenever she wants because she has a key. She's the only one that's allowed to be unexpected.
Oh, fine, Amonette. And she's went and found her gown.
Yeah, she can't see him in you know that peasant garb she was wearing.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so Share's still in there somewhere.
Well, no, she thinks it because Teal'c went in and did it and faked it. Teal'c was like, "Oh, I'm."
But she gives him like a little. Doesn't she give him like a little?
Yes.
Yep.
So this is Amonette falling for Teal'c's trick, but then a second later, that is
fully
Share, like, you know, having Amonette shut her mouth.
Right there.
Yeah. Nobody look around the room too hard.
Yeah, don't follow her gaze.
Yeah.
She looked right at him.
Quite a little romantic moment. Very sad. Yeah, let's go, please. I love that. Didn't say, but I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I love that because it's like he has a bit of hope because she looked straight at him, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, a bit of Share still lives.
Mm-hmm. And is in control.
Mm-hmm. That's hope. The look on his face.
Yeah, it's a shame it's going to be for nothing in the end.
Yep. Wouldn't you like to go back and check on Abydos later to make sure he didn't bomb the planet from orbit?
That's what I was wondering.
Sure
actually,
allies were okay.
you want to leave, but Hera's still there. Problems, you know.
Yeah, keep some tabs on Abydos. That might be a nice idea.
Good. We'll call you back in a day or two. See how you fared.
I like seeing Abydos. It's nice to visit it again. That's an episode, guys.
Wow,
it is indeed.
That was an episode indeed.
That was indeed an episode. I don't hate it. You know, I don't love it. You know, it's all right.
Well, it's definitely not one that I routinely skip.
Really?
Yvie skips it.
No,
Whoa.
I don't routinely skip it.
Oh, thank God.
I don't routinely skip it.
Thank God.
Yeah.
No,
there are aspects of this episode that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was Secrets, everyone. All right. Welcome back, everybody.
I should really get that list from Anthony, print it out next to me so that I can see my ratings. I'm really
don't let your past, don't let your past ratings impact your future ratings.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You're trying to even out all your numbers or something?
No, I just want to make sure that sometimes I want to be a bit too generous, and then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have been so generous, and yada yada yada. So
it's not like these are going to be immortalized or something in the great chronicle of
That's what I mean.
of fan interpretations of the quality of episodes. So
No, I'm
gonna
happy
bother
just
me,
to
though.
go off the cuff, just go how I feel on
So
the
I'm an off
day.
the cuff person usually, but with like stats and data, I'm like, I must be precise. So, I'm annoyed that my 360 doesn't track all the hours I put into Halo, because if not, it'd be like months and months compared to what it looks like now. So
yeah, but isn't it like
okay.
isn't like your life spent at the fullest though? Like you're maximizing your human potential when you're playing a video game, you know? So anyway.
It's like dripping with sarcasm.
thanks for that, David.
Yeah, her epitaph on her tombstone, you know, she logged some great hours. Man.
We
Logged
had a
some
year
great
we had a
hours.
yearbook, right? And we all had to put things about where we see ourselves in 10 years. And I put on my Xbox. And in a year, when I turn 26, it's gonna still be accurate. Like everyone laughed at it. I was so sarcastic. Everyone else was like, I want to go to uni and do all these things, and I put on my Xbox, and that's it. So
wow,
No
you set
expectations,
your goals
no
low,
disappointments.
but yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. At least you gave yourself an achievable goal.
exactly, see?
All right, let's
Let's rate
rate
the
secrets.
Rate secrets. Ooh,
Yes.
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna wait on
No, 5 chevrons.
I was gonna go 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna go 4.
It's less than Brief Candle for me, I think. I'm trying to figure out what I want it. I think 3 or a 4. I think I liked it as much as I like Korai. I think I gave Korai about 3. I'd say they're like pretty balanced out. I'd say a 3. I feel a bit mean putting it at a 3,
Okay.
but I think I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it, but every time I've rewatched it, I just haven't gotten as much enjoyment. So yeah, I'd say about 3.
Ted asked, did the knife pierce his hand? Yes, it did. It went straight through.
Yeah, I think it went
Yeah.
straight through.
Yeah.
I think you could see it on the
Sarcophagus.
opposite side.
Yes, sarcophagus time for him. Okay,
Definitely.
Hogwild 5 chevrons, Nick Na 4, Raj 4, Dan Ben 6, Anthony 4, Gene Diotta 5, Mac Boland's Conscience 4, Lockwatcher
Okay.
4, Ray Wood 4, Jed Ted 6. Yeah.
Dan Ben said, yeah, Xbox has been going that long. Yeah, no, it's been going since 2001. 2000 is when the Xbox came out. But I'm saying, like, when I wrote it, I was 16. So when I turn 26, it will be an accurate 10-year difference. But yeah, you know, that is a good episode. It's just, you know, it's like Stargate is a whole spectrum. That's what makes it such an interesting show, actually, is it because it's not like an ongoing drama like so many other things. I could not watch a drama show and give each episode a rating, but because Stargate is so episodic, it's so much easier to give it a rating.
The reason that I give this a 5 as opposed to something lower is because of the ongoing drama elements in it. You know, this episode is one of a continuing story. If it was all by itself, you know, I don't think it would have been as good. But it's laying, you know, the Harcesis child. You know, it's picking up from the pilot with what happened with Amonet.
That's true.
I think one of my problems,
you know?
actually, ironically, is that it's a continuation and it's of these stories, because these stories aren't going to go anywhere really in the long run. Like, all of them kind of go in the bin and they're disappointing. The only positive to come out of the Harcesis child story is that we meet Oma Desala. But then that takes a long time to come around. This will ultimately
resolve, you know, Shari's arc as well. So there's a lot going on.
But that's quite disappointing as well. I feel like just this arc, it has such a disappointing end that I think that it's definitely like,
because it's not a happy end.
But how would you have had it play out? How would you have had it played out?
I have no idea, Yvie. I don't know. I'm not a talented writer. I don't know why.
You don't want those same storylines to go on forever. I mean, they have to have an end.
Right, they have to have a finality.
And I think they play them out for a couple of seasons. That's
Yeah, but I feel like with Tormented Tantalus, I know that eventually all these little clues, the episode is great in itself, and then all the clues are really cool, leading all to the things eventually. But I feel like this one, you know, we're back at Arbidos, not much is going on. You know, Heroa has no cool payoff, really. Share has no cool payoff, really.
His is disappointing for...
and the Harcesis has no cool payoff, really, either.
Harcesis has a really cool payoff.
What are you talking about? Absolute Power is a garbage episode.
Oh, it's a fantastic episode. Seriously.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's a fantastic episode.
I do too. I love what if stories because they can take you to places that the show cannot go. Otherwise, it would just be over.
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't like what if episodes. I just thought about all the what if episodes in Stargate, and I think I hate all of them.
Well, then it's going to be a very interesting rewatch.
Except 2010, just because of the ending is really cool, and it's technically not a what if. Technically,
it is a what if.
Yeah,
it's a what if, but it's also not because
it's
technically it is what happened. We just changed it, and that's what makes it
true.
Cool.
Well,
yeah.
So,
okay.
You know, it's not like The Road Not Taken, where in alternate reality this happened. You know.
Yeah, but that's technically what happened in an alternate reality. You could make that argument. 6 ways from Sunday.
I think it's simply that an alternate reality is cool, but like, you know, and that alternate ending is whatever. But I feel like 2010 it had a different vibe.
I think we need to move on.
I was going to say, just straight off the bat, there's actually quite a few goofs, like right at the very get-go of this episode. Yeah, at the very
Are we about to see like
start.
Vancouver's skyline behind all the things?
Behind the things.
Yes, technically, yes.
Yay!
So I don't know if you want me to go through them now before it starts,
well,
or we wait till we do an intro and then I'll try and rush them in.
Who are going to watch this on like another podcast form or something like that. Okay. This is just the live
I'll wait
show.
Till you do.
Be sure to just let's click. We'll give you runway to move through them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait for you to do your intro and then I'll jump straight in.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be quick.
Yeah. I'll be silent immediately.
You know what?
Just for you.
Let's hold off on the intros until you give me the go ahead, Yvie. You go ahead and start it.
The goofs are like just over a minute in.
Oh well, then I've got time to do.
So you can do the intro.
Okay.
Yeah, the intro's fine.
All right. Okay. So. Okay, we're gonna go ahead.
All right, I am
and
ready
get
to
this
go.
Started. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Hope y'all are out there ready for Bane, because we're gonna get into it.
Brace yourself, guys. Brace yourself.
I didn't understand any of that because both of you were talking at the same time. So.
I just said brace yourself.
Yes, exactly.
And I said really good time coming, guys.
Okay, just a second here. Everything minimized on me.
Prep your bug spray, guys.
Yes, because we're going in.
Have it on standby.
All right. In 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hi.
And Yvie.
Hello.
And we're at the Plaza of Nations in Vancouver.
We are at the Plaza of Nations. I'm going to just jump straight in there with a couple of goofs that happen really early on. So apparently at 1 minute 19, there's a reflection where you can see cars and a railway train pass in the background.
Yep.
Then at 1 minute 30, there's someone wearing yellow behind the camera reflected in a window.
Right.
And at 2 minutes 10, there's a reflection in the lower right-hand corner of the screen next to the flagpoles. Right after Tilt gets stuck, you can see a crew member.
Okay.
So we've been here, and it was so exposed. I couldn't believe it. I looked at it and I was like, I can't believe they actually filmed this here because of all the stuff going on and how like in the open it is. Like it's in the middle of Vancouver, you know?
Yeah. And
next to the waterfront.
Yeah, it is the waterfront.
You can see the waterfront through the doors. See?
So it's also used obviously in 2010.
Yes.
And
the
Plaza of Nations, for those who don't know, has been earmarked for redevelopment. So in August of 2022, the land developers were given the green light and they're planning to build like a 28-story mixed use building because this does overlook the False Creek, which is a beautiful narrow inlet in the middle of Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gross. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything about this episode because I hate it so much. So, you know, except like the end.
I was like looking at all the reflective services.
Me too. I'm not paying any attention to the episode.
Wouldn't a knife have been better?
Yeah, maybe I don't think he would have had time to grab it.
Maybe, but isn't it in his side pocket? Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, I saw the cars.
Yeah, I just saw,
Yeah. So not a deserted planet.
God, can you imagine filming here, like this show with this bug on his back in front of like loads of people just walking past and going about their business?
Yep, absolutely.
Like I can't imagine trying to film a serious episode of television in this kind of situation.
So I like to call this episode the one with Junior's limitations. or the one with Mayborn's offensive odor.
Ah.
That's what Ali says.
Hogwarts said there might be a lot of goofs with reflections, but when the bug flew by before landing on Tilt, you can see its reflection in the window. That's good.
That's pretty
They
awesome.
did do
attention to
that.
detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a gnarly looking wound.
I don't like bug episodes, except the Eratus bug. That was a cool one. Isn't there like some cockroach one in season 9? Ugh. This is a really cool precursor. I like this one for that.
Yeah, it's a reaction, all right.
Not working.
Junior's not doing his job.
No.
He's on vacay.
He's like, you're alone with this one. I'd peace out, mate. Oh,
So
guys,
this is Colleen Renaissance first Stargate appearance before she takes on the role of Cassandra.
Yes, Ali.
I can talk about cool things actually. Yes,
and, go. Apparently in the Australian and Region 2 DVD releases, this episode runs like it happens before Spirits instead of Tok'ra 1 part 1 and 2.
Weird. Okay.
Interesting.
Which is kind of strange. Yeah. And apparently this episode is very similar to a season 1 episode of MacGyver called Nightmares, in which MacGyver is poisoned with a hallucinogenic drug and he receives help from a young girl that stashes him in an abandoned building.
Oh, terrific.
Richard Nansen read it and went, hey, I've done this before.
This sounds familiar. Yeah. It would have been a long time before this, though. You might have forgotten. Yeah. And also the planet designation, like you showed the folder, is BP63Q1.
Yes.
Why doesn't it start with a P?
Yeah, that's weird.
Because it's kind of a little bit off, and like in my head I was like, does P stand for planet?
Originally it was supposed to, and then M was for moon.
Bug? I was gonna say it's BP, like big planet.
That's cute.
Bug planet, yeah. While we're sharing fun facts, Jeff Golker has said with you, David, and I spoke to him about it as well, that when he was a kid, he met the girl that plays Ali.
Yes,
Colleen,
yeah,
and he had a bit of a crush on her at the time, and I think that's really,
I don't
cool.
blame him.
Actually, I think I might have been with him and you when he mentioned that.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Yeah,
both actors,
very cute.
both the same age.
I remember. Actually, I don't think I knew prior to like talking to him properly about it when he watched Bane, a few months ago.
This episode also marks the first time a non-sentient alien breaches containment.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
This is the one time we see this guy.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Brought some rando outsider in.
There's also a lot of pop culture references in this episode, but a lot of them are quite subtle. There's, I think Jack at the very start said, witness, if you will, a ghost town, which is a Twilight Zone reference.
Mm.
And Ali says a whole heap as well. She makes reference to The Fugitive, The Godfather, and James Bond.
Yeah.
Which are all like movies like way before her time.
She's probably got an older brother in the household who's watching them,
I'd say so,
or
yeah.
a parent. So, because she's clearly exposed to cultured stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much positive stuff to say about this episode, guys. I really...
It's all right. So I'm guessing Teal'c's genetic material is on the left in that computer screen, and the aliens is much more complicated on the right. So
I think so, yeah.
Look at that helix.
Oh yeah, grim.
So we have a goof coming up in a couple of minutes, but it's very subtle. So around the 11-minute mark, when Teal'c has been led away and Hammond says something about it being Mayborn's idea, you can see a chalk T mark at Jack's feet when he walks away.
I hate when that happens. It's weird seeing Teal'c in such a bad spot.
I'm wondering why he's on his back with that thing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
that's a
oh my
good
God.
point. You'd think at least he'd be on his side.
You should have him in that thing they had bloody
Kowalski?
Kowalski in,
Yeah.
Yes.
with the hole in it.
The
Absolutely.
like the physiotherapist's bed
Massage
thing
table
with the
type
hole.
thing, yeah.
Well, Hog Wild. Who says these bugs aren't sentient? Well,
We do. We wrote Stargate, obviously.
they're more than welcome to be sentient, but yeah, we're gonna wipe them out. It's like I Am Legend, like the transformation into the creatures. The creatures are sentient. The book rather than the movie. So.
Well, in the movie, they're also kind of sentient.
In the alternate ending,
Yeah.
yes.
I see that one as
Yeah.
the real ending.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Mayborn. This
For
is the
crying
only
out
good
loud.
part of this episode.
Babe,
is the return of
right
Mayborn.
there. Yeah.
Hello, Mayborn.
Hey,
Says it
future
like Jerry
bestie.
Seinfeld. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Tom is
hello,
a good
woman.
guy.
You know what? This isn't like a romance, but I love enemies to lovers, and in this case, it's enemies to besties. Whenever people hate each
Kind of,
other
they're
and then like each
frenemies.
other, I love it.
Yeah, they're frenemies.
Yep.
Besties is a stretch.
Well, Mayborn has
Nah,
the arc
besties.
where, well, no. Jack tolerates him. So
In a bestie way. Yvie tolerates me.
Don't tolerate you. I love you.
I know you love me, but you tolerate me.
it's hard to believe that this man in 6 seasons is going to be king.
I know.
I know.
It's good to be king.
He really has the best character arc. I love it so much.
And the actor is such a wonderful man.
Request permission
I
to
love
beat
this
the crap
line.
out of this man.
Yeah. Well, Hammond's like barely controlling himself, so I think he'd probably like have a few shots as well. Yeah. Well, this guy tries to redeem himself in the end, doesn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Because he
Yes,
says that he'll
Mitch, I don't
destroy
know.
the sample, like it'll get lost or destroyed by accident. But still, pretty slimy thing to do.
Well, you know.
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is not a great
Is it an-
episode for liking
Yeah.
Mayborn. This is brutal.
Okay, I'm going to be looking out for this chalk mark at Jack's feet.
Oh, goodness, yes.
Yeah, but how much of that would be his decision? Like he's following orders.
I can't believe they got him chained up like that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unfair.
Like he's going to run. Yep.
Oh, looking at his feet. Looking at his feet.
Yes, you can see it. You can see it below his
Sure can. Yep.
Yeah, left foot.
That's just a scuff.
Make
Make that
There it
excuse.
is.
Oh, it's so obvious when he got
Yep.
yeah, that was pretty yeah. Don't they reuse this van like 1,000 times throughout the show and they just paint different colours?
I don't know.
I've seen that same van in
This is
so
the same
many
production van.
Yeah, looks the same.
Generic van.
It's a really like obvious van as well. Like you don't put that van somewhere and be inconspicuous. Like the amount of times they're trying to sneak and do things, and they have that van there, it's a bit sus.
Yeah.
I think they have
use
it in
for, like,
Chimera.
covert ops.
Yeah, they had it in Chimera when they were hiding outside Daniel's house, I think.
They
and
do.
I was sitting
Yes,
there.
they totally do.
I was sitting there
what
like,
was
wow.
I can't remember the business
boy.
that they pretend is on the outside.
It's pretty bad.
I think they just changed like the signage or whatever.
He's in so much pain.
Yeah. Jesus!
Yeah.
It's like a horror movie moment.
Yeah.
Forgot. That was kind of cool, actually. The one cool thing about this episode.
Big,
Honkin'.
huge honkin'
Honkin'
bugs. Could you understand what he was saying through him being choked?
Yeah.
And he takes out his symbiote, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He just wants to die, I guess.
Or the symbiote's fighting back so hard that it's with whatever this is, that it's causing him additional pain on top of it. This whole episode is just gross all the way around.
I like the symbiote stuff. You know, we don't get to see the pouch often enough.
No, it's true.
Like, I like to remember how gross and nasty the
You
Gould are.
son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You can imagine that's what he's saying.
I was just thinking, you know, all the bad guys in Stargate are all quite like invasive. You know, like the Gould like have to. Oh my God, the Gould have to be like in you. The Wraith like really like life suck you.
Yep.
The Replicators stick their fingers in your head.
Ghouls and wraiths. I mean, that's pretty. Gould is ghoul and wraith is wraith.
I find the Wraith more disgusting.
Yeah.
Than the Gould.
What is it? The Pierre Bernard said. No, sorry, Yvie, go.
I was just saying, Ray Wood made an excellent point. I think it might be the same van that's used in 1969.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Pierre Bernard. What about Pierre Bernard?
He said that he thought the Wraith Queen was kind of hot, and you know, I agree. And I don't say it.
Yeah,
they
sure,
are,
in a way.
You know?
I love how the symbiote just waited there for them to show up. I guess it was, if it's, you know, sentient, then it knows it probably needs to stay put before just disappearing into the jungle and dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mayborn, shut your yap.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's weird? I feel like Mayborn gets more handsome the older he gets in this show. Because, like, at this point, he's got, like, you know, a shaved face and, like, his hair's doing something weird. And, like, but later on, his hair kind of grows out. He gets a really nice beard.
Yeah.
He looks so good with a beard. He is a beard man.
I kind of find that with RDA. I find him way more attractive in Stargate than MacGyver.
Michael Shank looks good either way. Like he can either be a cutie patootie or bearded, scruffy, hot mess.
Cutie patootie.
Exactly, cutie patootie.
Yeah, he's gonna start Core-eyeing him. No, not Core-eye. What's it? Rite of Malcheroning himself pretty quickly.
Yes. Self-Sharon. And yeah, this is the episode where they learn how to keep a symbiote alive outside the body. Hog wild.
See, I forgot that because I hate such
an electrical charge.
Correct. Yeah.
Like a 9-volt battery or something. Right, exactly. So, we generated an EM field.
Metamorphosis, an episode of Stargate. In season 6.
That's right.
Jed Ted said not wrong about the Wraith Queen. I can always rely on you, Jed Ted, to be like into the same stuff as me. Yeah. Good points being raised here. Oh, I love dogs.
Good old shepherds.
I used to have one. My dad called it Sam because of I Am Legend, and I said, "What's wrong with you?"
Well, just don't kill it.
Yeah, well, it's dead, so, you know, rip to that. Is there something wrong with Anson's voice this episode? His voice sounds way deeper than usual.
He might have had a cold or something.
Yeah. Sounds like he lost his voice a bit. It's very low.
Yeah, I think he might be a bit blocked up, maybe. Yeah.
He sounds hotter than normal. I'm not going to lie. This is working for me.
Block sinuses do it for you.
It's like when Phoebe has that sexy voice when she gets really sick in Friends.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Just got to get him to sing Smelly Cat.
Yeah, and my sticky shoes.
Oh,
in
that's
that
right.
deep, sexy voice.
Yes.
Lockwood just said, "My dog is Vala." I approve.
There you go.
My cat is Freya.
And
Also a
Twisty.
Stargate character. Yeah, and Twistifer.
Twistifer.
I didn't name him though.
Was that Adam's doing?
No, his foster mum named him Twisty.
I like
you
that
didn't want to
name.
change it.
It sort of works because we have a crisp in Australia called Twisty, and it's
Okay.
orange. So I think that's what he was named after.
Oh, okay.
That
I
makes
thought
sense.
you were about to say it sort of works because he responds to like cats don't respond to their names. Maybe 10%
Not
of
really.
them
I mean,
do. So it doesn't really matter what you name them because
but...
they're not going to respond to it.
No. My dog's name before she came to me was Kitty because her racing name was Kitwo. And so I was like, I want to go for something along the lines of Kitty that's easy to remember. And my favorite book is Invisible Life Addie LaRue. So I called her Addie. So it has the same kind of like E kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she responds to it well. So
You don't want to give dogs too many syllables to deal with. Like
Yeah.
two is the most.
Well, Freya's original name was Acer, which is just awful.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Sounds like a laptop.
It was
I knew
a
someone
brand
by
of
the name
computer.
of Acer.
Yeah.
ACER. Yeah.
No, this was like I think it was like AYSA or something.
Oh,
Acer.
okay. Well,
But I didn't like
ACER is also an electronics brand.
Dan
It
One
is.
said Stargate SG-1 versus Smallville, who had the most episodes? Smallville, because it overtook SG-1 for longest running sci-fi.
Exactly.
And I'm still annoyed about it. So
Yep. That was the first stock shot of Denver.
Oh.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, this is how we
Oh,
find
gosh.
out how he got his tattoo as well.
Shulock.
I find this stuff really
Shulock.
awkward. I find I've stumbled out into the real world and I'm interacting with humans who don't
Street
understand
toughs.
stuff awkward. I can't do
Yeah.
it. Holiday. Is it Holiday? Yeah, Holiday.
Yeah.
Really. I hate that for that as well. I feel secondhand embarrassment watching it.
An auroch knife and molten gold is poured into the wound. Yeah.
Tilk versus the street toughs. It happens a couple of times.
Yeah. And Lois Lane is in one of them. Yeah. Who's in Smallville.
Indeed.
Erica Durance.
Look at that.
Whose husband played Anubis.
Yep.
And was he Sokar as well?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Good old Allie.
Why did they choose for her to come back and not the other actress to play?
Because she
Cassandra?
wasn't available.
But so why did they choose this actress? Just because it worked?
I think she actually does look a tiny bit
Yeah,
her
it's a
grown
brunette.
up. Yeah.
Long-haired brunette.
She's ginger,
Well,
isn't she?
Me with my
didn't think so.
facial blindness, I bought it.
Right.
But I'm not good with faces.
Oh, so you just automatically assumed it was the same girl?
I think initially,
did not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw right away.
I thought Ali was a redhead.
I don't remember about Allie. So
You can't really see her hair. She's always wearing the hat.
Well, if you're thinking about Cassandra later, doesn't she have ginger hair?
Colleen is not a
little
redhead.
bit, yeah.
So,
Really?
No, Colleen's
Am I blind?
Colleen's got brown hair.
Maybe it's just
Maybe
got
it's
a bit of a
like
shine
a bit
to
of
it.
a
Yeah, it's quite possible, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so for me, I've got quite dark hair, compared to other people. But
Yes.
in the summer, some of my hair lights up a bit ginger. So maybe that's it.
I'll need to blow my nose to be right back. Nice place for a transformation, don't you think? You guys there? Got an audio problem here. Can you guys hear me? Okay, I lost y'all. All right. Great shot. You sure did. All right, guys, hang on just a second. I apologize for the audio. There was some kind of a reset there. Guys, ladies, can you talk?
Did they not hear me making my
there we go.
complaint?
Yep.
Yeah, no one was hearing your comments.
Oh no, I was
Sorry about that.
insulting how much I hated the performance and how RDA was doing the performance of his life with that bug and how I was so impressed because it made it believable and I hated it.
Yeah, well, we
Hated
didn't
the
really
bug,
talk
not
about
him.
anything exciting. We just said that we're surprised that they didn't wear more protective gear when they returned to that planet.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Because obviously the bug can penetrate their clothing. So why aren't
You
they
know what?
wearing,
I would have made
some
like a
sort of
mini
suit?
tank and gone in with a mini tank.
Yeah, yeah. This is pretty gross with the cocoon. So if they'd left Tilk, he would have burst into 1,000 bugs.
Yes,
Ew.
that's how they procreate.
Grim.
Equal matter conversion. Sorry about the audio trouble, guys. It's better
Thank
this
God it's an
episode
episode,
than
it's
like
not-
Heroes
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff texted me about this before
Ew.
and he was like, "Are you excited for Bane?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm not, Jeff. I'm not. I rushed home just to watch this, you know?"
Oh, the gooey
you rushed home
fingers.
to get through this. Yep, he's metamorphosing.
I was like, "Should I just call in sick?" I'm like, "No, I don't do that."
The room was occupied. What type of weapon?
Raywood said Teal'c has a lot of master convert.
He's
He's a big dude. He's a big dude.
He'd be mostly
I love this
protein
guy.
as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot for the bugs to produce themselves from.
Mm-hmm.
The only redeeming thing about this episode is the end.
I love Colleen. She's great in this.
She is good in this. It's really sad that she's recognized those kind of symptoms in Tilk and she's associated that with recovery. Like maybe someone in her life has gone through something similar.
That's why I mentioned the needles, because this is like, this is kind of place where people's kind of problems would like hide out.
This girl comes from a rough neighborhood.
Yeah.
Her dad got shot and died.
I'm assuming it was like her brother that was in that gang of ruffians.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You want my chocolate
You
bar?
owe her some chocolate bars.
Yeah, so much she.
Not a Fifth Avenue. That would have been a cool callback if it was a Fifth Avenue bar.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's just a generic.
It looks like it's got like peanut butter, like brittle or something in it. Or what it looks like.
That's a huge.
It's a big,
bar.
yeah. That's a Teal'c size bar.
Look how small it looks in his hand.
Oh yeah.
Yep, he's a big dude.
God, I want some chocolate now.
Peanuts and caramel.
I knew there was peanut in it. She's
Maybe.
broke.
What's in it for me? That's great.
I'll buy you a great water gun. Jesus. Love this. Yeah, she is good in this episode. One wall.
Like in The Godfather.
Yeah, there's another reference.
I've got a donut next to me. I think I'm gonna have to take a bite out of it.
Go
It's
ahead.
really hungry.
It's right there.
Do it.
I don't think Ben. I don't think we had Butterfingers in England. Yeah.
We don't. By the way, this donut cost me £4.50 in Cambridge because Cambridge is expensive. So.
One donut?
Uh-huh.
£4.
Wait,
Seriously?
one donut cost
Yeah.
you like $8?
Yeah. No, it did.
What's special about it? Is
That's
it glazed?
ridiculous. That's like a whole meal at McDonald's.
It's a thick glazed donut with, for some reason, like seeds in it. It's like from a really fancy place called Crosstown.
Oh, okay. So
and I had
it's a
it delivered
fancy
to me.
donut. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There's nothing
that
fancy
can't be
about it.
typical.
It just tastes like a Krispy Kreme glazed donut.
All right. Anyway, back to the episode. There's the juice. Yuck.
So, for those playing at home, there's apparently 3 different versions of the Super Soaker that are used in this episode.
Really? Okay.
So, Ali's initial water gun is the Super Soaker 50, and Tilk replaces it with the Super Soaker CPS 1000. And the gun he keeps for himself is the Super Soaker CPS 1500.
Wait, he gave her the 1000, you took the 15?
At
Yes.
the end, he'll
God.
overpower her. So that's funny.
That is very funny.
I love that someone figured out like what versions.
Which
they were.
versions? That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can buy them off the shelf. So, just
Yes.
sat down and looked at them. So I loved water guns.
I was about to ask, did you play with any?
I'm sorry. Well, I couldn't hear you through the donut.
Did you play with any? I think is what she asked.
Oh, absolutely, I did.
I speak donut.
Damn, Ben said he had a donut that was over £2.50.
That's
Bruh.
crazy.
Yeah. What is a Kimball?
Yeah. Dr. Richard Kimball.
Do you think he caught up on all the like Earth movies,
not
classic
not
films
by
because of her?
now. Well,
No, as in like because of her.
Yeah, probably. She probably recommended some. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to think they had a movie night, like down the line,
like a team movie night.
yeah, where you went and hung out with her, thanked her, and then she was
Oh,
like,
with
"Oh, have you seen
Ali,
Star
okay.
Wars?" Yeah,
Oh, that's really cute. If she like
she
introduced him
may have
to
introduced
Star
him to Star
Wars.
Wars. Yeah.
That's
that would have
really
been so
cute.
cool. That's a headcanon thing. That officially happened in canon in my head.
That's adorable. Actually, I buy that.
I love how he's telling her to leave so that, the bugs that spawn from him can go out and hunt her down.
Yeah.
It's like, don't you know the end result of this?
I found something positive and long-lasting about this episode, guys. There is hope.
Oh, that's right. Her dad was a cop. That's how he died. I forgot that.
Great question.
Mm.
Shots fired at anybody who had to attend extra school in the summer.
Yeah. I did summer school in college.
Well, that means you're stupid, according to her logic. So
Right.
sorry, David.
I'm sure she's talking her age, so.
We don't really have that sort of thing in Australia. Although I did kind of, I guess, go to what you would call summer school. Just after I graduated high school, I went
What
straight
is
into
summer
university
school? Somebody
instead
explain this to me.
of waiting.
Well, it's many different
like 4
things.
months between.
Depends on what
semesters.
it is. Yeah, so you can get credits, Anyway, back to the story. Okay.
The grey's
facial
really coming
twitch.
out in Jack's hair. Love
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
Too, sure.
Silver fox.
he looks better gray.
This girl is lovely. Okay, she's making me care about this episode a little bit. God damn it.
She's making sure that they can't find him. She's obviously like scoped out the place and she knows it
Yeah.
really well. So she's showing
She
him
is a
like,
good
the best
girl.
place to hide. Yeah.
Lockwatcher says, it reminds me of a typical MacGyver episode. MacGyver hurt, needs help from locals to avoid detection.
Exactly.
I didn't watch enough.
I really
I've
like
never seen MacGyver.
Yeah.
I've only
It's
seen
okay.
it all the way through once, but I do recall this particular like the version
Theme?
of this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've seen the
I
whole
forgot.
show
Was
once?
that before or
Yes.
after SG-1?
Are you kidding me?
What do you
No,
mean?
it's in Evie. Did Evie watch it?
Oh, no,
Oh.
just recently I watched
I
it
was like,
like 2018, 2019,
Yeah.
around there.
I'm not that dumb, guys. Let's
I
Jesus.
know, that's why I
give
couldn't
me some
believe
credit.
it.
Oh, okay.
I
You
didn't
know what?
understand
And
how you
MacGyver
phrased
seemed
the
like-
question, and yeah.
MacGyver came out the year I was born.
What year was
Ew.
that?
85.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so
That's not good.
I'll be 40 this year, so 83, baby.
Oh no.
With the help of Junior.
This guy's redeemed himself a little
Yeah,
A little
absolutely. He didn't
bit,
know who
yeah.
he was dealing with.
bit. Nah.
We've got to solve the Junior problem.
Someone think
I
of something, my goodness.
I didn't
Mhm.
piece this together, but is it Jack's throwaway like ER reference that makes them think to give the tank like a little bit of a electrical pulse?
I don't remember. I'm remembering
Okay.
finding these things out as we go. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Because Jack says something about it's too bad you can't zap it with paddles like you do in ER.
right, okay, that could. There you go. Did they get a tip for this building? Is that why they're in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Um,
did. I think
the police, the
ruffians
kids
called
told the
it
police
in.
and then the
yeah.
police-
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
He didn't like his answer for the molten gold tattoo.
When I first watched this episode, I think I was like on my phone because I hated it so much.
That's where I can usually, that's where I it's usually an indication to me that I'm not enjoying the episode if I find myself having to go to my phone for additional entertainment.
Yeah. How old was I? I think I was about like 14. So I had like my phone still had buttons on it.
Mm. I would like a helmet like that.
This is all we found. A child, not this.
She's not gonna like the way he smells.
Oh, jeez.
She's so sassy.
Honestly.
You would have thought she'd have
Love this
more
girl.
respect for like people in uniform if her dad was
Yeah.
a cop.
Well, she may be resentful
he's a different
of that
kind of
now
uniform.
that
But
her
she's
dad is
I mean,
dead.
she did say that she's good
So,
at reading people, so
Yeah, she's good at reading people.
I have
That's right.
smelt him and he smells great. So
Tom smells great. That's right. Oh boy. There you go.
There we
got
go.
Evie, look at you.
Yeah, it was his comment.
That's great.
I didn't put that together until I was researching it.
Defibrillating would kill. Well, we don't want to defibrillate it. Yep.
You've done it,
So what did
sir.
I do?
That's so funny. That's typical Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, this bit grosses me out a little.
Oh, with the we're about to see with the weird.
Yeah, like he's
Cocoon.
like cocooned.
Mm. I
The
think
concept art for this is great. It's really cool.
I did actually look at the concept art.
I do like it. I like kind of like gross sci-fi things sometimes, like the X-Files had some nasty
Yeah,
things
that's true.
in it, and it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Looks
Put
like,
two and two together. Good job.
it looks like the fake spider webs that you
Yes.
get. At
That's
the
what I was
store
thinking,
Around
yeah.
around Halloween.
Oh, should I go as Teal'c for Halloween next year? I'll just cover myself in
Yes.
the cobweb stuff and just be like, I am
Do
Teal'c
it.
and Bane. And then I'll like have a little super soaker sticking out, which is not part of this moment, but I want it.
That would be really cute. Do it.
I'll send pics.
Ted, great reference. Is it defibrillating now? Great
I
reference.
can't wait to get to that episode.
There we go. 3 C batteries is all a Gould needs.
Jack, I
My
love
worker
it.
is done.
It was
That's
so
funny.
funny.
I didn't know we were the equivalent of 3 C batteries.
Yeah.
15 people to get to. Yeah, that's
This
outright.
girl is full of
She got in
sass.
contact. She got in contact with him quite well, like compared to oh my god,
Martin Lloyd.
No. Oh well, that, and also oh my god, why can't I think of this?
I believe in you. I don't know who you're talking about. You're gonna have to re-feed me some info.
Oh my god.
Just like Jack
Got
said.
this.
Man, look at that. It's almost too late.
Look,
you are the
wow,
help.
A payphone. Yeah, there
wow,
was a payphone.
That's funny, yeah.
I had to use a payphone once in like 2010.
I hated it.
And then they stopped having them. Well, I didn't have a proper phone. I just had like change in my pocket.
So I was talking about Citizen Joe.
Yes.
You know, he's like trying to find information on whether
Yeah.
Colonel Jack O'Neill really exists, and he can't get anywhere. But she managed to get straight through.
I think maybe
Teal
because
probably
of,
had
like,
a phone
Tilt
number
thing. Yeah.
Maybe,
if he ever got
maybe
lost
he had,
on
like,
Earth,
a
they would have
direct
given him a
line.
number.
Yeah.
Definitely not a direct line if it went through 15 people, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, he looks so bad.
So bad.
The makeup there is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Very ashen.
Because we're going to a special place.
Yep.
Oh, what a sweet kid.
Don't worry, Allie. We'll stay in touch. He owes me one. She did such a good job.
Yeah.
She
and
could
then
have
comes back and
sunk
does
this
an even
whole
better
episode
job.
if the kid didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew, it heals open. It heals.
Mm.
Yeah, but can you reverse it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm happy he's got the snake.
Oh, love this.
Unfortunate lab accident.
What a babe.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's only a small thing that he's doing to try and make up for the very large bad thing that he did, but still.
Yeah. It looks like ketchup on his face a little bit.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
what a dip of
think
fry
I
in it.
read somewhere that Michael Shanks didn't know that there was going to actually be water in Tilt's
Oh, I hope that
episode
that's
cut.
true.
That makes sense. That fits the vibe.
Ah.
I like that Chris Judge is actually like, quite a, not child, but very young at heart. And so I feel like this is just like a little bit of a prank he wanted to pull on Michael, where he's like, oh, yeah, we'll have water in it. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah. Well, he's a bit of a jokester on set, wasn't he? So
Yeah.
I could buy that.
There's some great behind the scenes of them all messing around, especially Michael and Christopher.
It's the 1000
Increased
guys.
range and firepower.
Yeah.
There you go.
I love that Daniel's like, what happened? Like what's going on? Like Teal was like, we have to go shopping.
And it's already got
Daniel's
water
like,
in
"What?"
it. Oh, the game is
The
on.
look on his face.
She runs off.
How else is she to defend herself?
That's right. It's
This is. Oh my God. That's so
That sound.
salty.
It's awesome.
My favorite scene in that episode. By
That's what I was
far.
saying. It's the only thing that like really redeems it as an
Oh,
episode
yeah.
is that kid and Teal'c
Yeah.
having a little bit of fun at the end, you know? I want to see more of this Teal'c and less of the I'm yelling at my wife Teal'c, you know?
Jeez.
I watched Birthright the other day because I was like, oh, I just need to see it kind of balance out.
Right.
So I'm less angry at Birthright. He's way better by that point.
I love
But yeah.
this.
Well,
is
this
a
episode was better
good
with
show.
friends, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, tolerable
Yeah.
with friends.
Tolerable with friends.
Jeez. Well done. Great. I mean
No words.
the prop of the bug it's cool. It's well done. The visual
Yes.
effects are good. The acting is good. The story is just like so, but you know, they did what they could with it, and
Yep.
you know, it's an episode.
That's Stargate.
That's
It
Bane.
definitely is.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Right.
Very good. So, how dost thou grade it?
Ooh. I think I'm gonna maybe go with like a 2.
I'm still annoyed I gave First Commandment like a 2 and it should have been a damn 1. I don't know what I was thinking.
I think I'd prefer to watch this over that.
You know what? I don't know. I want them both to equally like burn.
Equally
Yeah.
burn.
I'm
I
debating
think
a 2 and
I'm
a
gonna
3.
stick with a 2.
I'm
Yeah,
going with a
I'm
2
gonna
as well. Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with a 2.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm gonna
Um,
like adjust how I think about this rating here, which is I'm gonna judge it based on would I watch it again, and the answer is no. I regret that I watched it again just now, and the kid is the only thing that made it redeemable.
Nick,
and
now
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
give
pick
it
one.
a-
It's
I'll read it.
Mayborn. Mayborn. come
1.
on.
No,
one?
a
You're gonna
1.
give it a 1.
A 1.
All right.
Mhm,
Wow.
hate it.
Okay.
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 Urpel
And
Homo
why-
gave
why
it
do
a
you-
2. Anthony went with a 4. Raj 4. Hogwild 5. Macbolin's Conscience 4.
Okay.
Jed Ted 5.
What? Jet Tab, we usually agree. I just said this.
Raywood
What are you doing?
4. Jindiata 1. Laura
Yeah,
Smith
woo!
2. Lockwatcher 4.
What were you gonna say, Evie? You said what?
I apologize,
And then
Evie.
that's fine. That's
Oh
fine.
no,
We're doing the ratings.
it's not important. I was just gonna ask Nicole like why she like dislikes this episode so much.
Because it just sucks. It's just so it's like boring.
Like, is it the story?
unlikable.
Is it the
I
Is
just
it
feel
that
like I'm
it's
being
is it that it's a Teal'c
dragged.
story?
No, it's not Teal'c. In
Yeah.
fact, Teal'c interacting with the kid is what makes it better, you know. And it's not just her; it's Teal'c as well. They've got a
is
charming
it because
little
it's like a
dynamic.
filler episode? It doesn't really lead to anything.
I love some filler. This is just pure garbage. I just hated it. It was just a bug.
It's not the worst.
I hate it.
It's
Are
it's
you
not the
kidding?
worst.
It
Yeah,
may
it's not
be
the
one
worst.
of the worst for me of like all
It's
time.
I
probably
don't think it would
bottom
make my top
10
5.
of-
It would
of-
not make my worst.
I think it
5.
makes my top 5 worst. I think I'd put
Top
this
5
there
worst.
with like First Commandment
Bottom 5.
and like well, what's the one false step? That one can suck a butt too. I hate that one. It's all season 2.
I like.
is the best
I
time.
would watch One False Step over this.
I'd be the opposite.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
you know what,
I really
David, I think
don't
I
like
agree.
One False Step.
I hate one false step, but it's all just bad. I love Stargate. Hey Bane. I can't describe. I can't. You know, there are sometimes when you watch stuff, right? Like say there's like a just TV in general, and people say, oh, it's good, you know, or it's not that bad, or it's enjoyable, and you watch it and you just can't feel it. Like nothing about it gets.
I
you.
get that about. I feel that way about Shrek.
What?
Oh really?
David.
Don't like Shrek.
Okay.
All
like,
it is.
Okay.
All it is pop culture references. That's it.
Excuse me.
You
Excuse
deflate
me.
but
those,
that's
and it
also
has
what makes
His name is
nothing
Lord
else.
Farquaad for
So?
reasons, because it's actually swear words, and that's why it's funny. The whole thing is an adult.
It's humorous,
It's an
but
adult movie, but
I
they
loved
made
it
it for
when it
kids.
I
came out.
understand that. I understand. I watched Animaniacs
doesn't vibe
growing
with
up,
him.
Nicole.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Get it.
fine. That's
So,
fine. But
it's
Shrek
just-
1 and 2
I
and
get it.
Incredibles
I just don't
are the
enjoy
two
it.
best things ever.
Okay, well there you go.
I literally was talking to Jeff yesterday. I was like, you know what? Shrek is a great film, Jeff. And we went on that for ages. I think the Shrek is great. You know what, David? You're entitled to your opinion, but it's wrong in this matter. Okay.
That's all it is. It's just an opinion. It is very well done.
Can we
It's just
rewatch
not my-
Shrek
it's just
together?
not my cup
I
of
want
tea.
to analyze it.
So Nick Na said 3, Dan Ben said 2. So
Ravewood said harsh.
Bob's your uncle.
Is
Yeah.
that me being harsh? Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
I
It's probably acknowledging you. So.
I can't explain it entirely. There's just stuff that you don't vibe with, and that's just
So
it.
Jean
and
Diata
it's
agrees
not a
with
vibe.
you about Shrek.
Jean Diata is she had me for a minute with agreeing with me, and then she went and gave agreed with the Shrek thing, and now Jean
she
Diata's
says I don't
me.
get Shrek. I mean, I get it, but it's just not my thing. You know, I mean, it's
Well,
like 50 years from now,
it.
no one will have like.
My friends and I
obscure.
rewatch it like every week. It's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen all of them?
I saw up to the third one because then they got ridiculous because it was so popular. They just kept,
then
milking
it got ridiculous. Okay, so at a certain point for you couldn't stomach it anymore. You haven't even finished.
Well, no, because it's like you're just milking.
They just drag it out. Yeah,
they do that with animated
no
stuff as well. Shrek 1 and 2 are just Shrek 3 is tolerable.
But hey, back to Stargate.
Yeah,
this is. I'm really, really glad we've gotten through this one together.
I am.
That's how you make lifelong friends, by watching.
What is coming next? Because I need something good.
Tok'ra.
Is it the Tok'ra?
Oh, really?
Tok'ra 1 and 2.
I'll take it.
Let's have a look here.
I don't love the Tok'ra.
Yeah. I mean,
episodes. I like them as a people.
I love the
They're
Martouf and Carter stuff.
Really?
Yes.
I love Spirits
like
and Touchstone. Those are really strong.
Yeah.
I've reached out to Rodney Brown, who played Tonane, and I'm trying to get him for an episode.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Spirits is a funny one because it's a bit dicey because of what it is, but I think it's a great episode.
He's great. You know,
it's so charming.
Yeah, exactly.
It's such a great, charming episode, but it's very dicey now because it's like,
Why?
I'm not a huge fan of Spirits. I do routinely skip it.
It's just the culture and it's just the way they did it. I think it just feels dicey to talk about it, kind of like Emancipation. It just feels a bit dicey.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna feature First Nation Indians, I mean, I don't know how else to do it.
I don't have any information on them, so I think the dicey point is that I don't know if it's respectful or kind of just a bit. If someone found it offensive or something, I'm not quite sure.
Right.
So
but what did you get out of it? Not what other people.
Well, I'm saying I found it charming, but
okay.
I find it charming as a person who doesn't know anything, so I feel really ignorant.
Okay. Well, you could make that argument about any culture that they explore when they go to another world.
Yeah.
It's just that some happen to be more currently sensitive than others. That's the only difference. So,
but I think you have to form your own opinion, not base it on what everybody else might think now.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm not saying that I'm like worried about that. I'm saying that I want to be as respectful as I can be.
Right. Well, let's save that conversation 2 weeks from now.
Is it 2 weeks from now? Because Tok'ra is next week.
Tok'ra is next week.
Cool.
Very
cool.
More
Jacob
and
action.
Next week, English clocks go forward.
Right.
So we're going to be running this from at 9 p.m. every night instead of 8 p.m. our time.
Yep, and so
just a little
changes
note
for me.
Well, that's why we've started publishing. I've started publishing the link a few days in advance so that you can click on it and see where in your time zone it will be, because the YouTube feed should correct it based on the correct time after the time switches. So it should display correctly.
I always use the trusty time conversion website.
Oh, there you
just
go.
To do triple check, and that always factors in the daylight savings and whatnot.
My brain broke today. So when I was trying to figure it out with the time.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to figure out because I had to move
3 different time zones.
But
then daylight savings.
The US ones forward because yours are forward, but I had to keep mine at 8, and I did it wrong initially, and then I went, wait, I was wrong, I need to switch it. So, but thanks for the link. I checked the link and I went, okay, mine's definitely 8, which means David and the US is 1 hour. So yeah.
Yes.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, this was cool stuff. Thank you all for tuning in. We had a great audience here.
We did. We had 20 for a little while there.
Yep. Absolutely.
We all agreed.
Laura
on
Smith, David,
things.
have you had Martouf? So I have asked JR to do the show 3 times and he has declined. So
okay.
We had him on Gate World. I have interviewed him before. I interviewed him at GateCon 2018. I can't get him to sit down. So he recently came back for the Teen Wolf movie, and I was like, oh yes, I'll bring him on to discuss that. That will be the anchor. Couldn't get him to sit down. So some people just are done.
Movie.
That's a pity. Yeah, that's
it was
fine.
great seeing him in that.
Yep.
He's great.
I mean, it's for me personally, it's one thing when I've had a chance to talk with someone and collect their stories before, And with JR, I've done that before Dial the Gate. You know, I'm to be frank, much more interested in getting someone on like Robin Mosley, who I've never spoken with before, so that, you know, 30 years from now, when Darren and I write the collected works of Stargate, like with everyone who's ever contributed to it, we'll have a variety of stories from variety of perspectives rather than the same people again and again. That's
Would you publish that as a novel?
Yeah,
it's not novel. Sorry,
as a piece. Yeah, like what's about to come out right now with Chevron's Locked. Yes.
Yeah. That's cool. So like a companion piece.
Right. This is why I'm not broken up over the leads from SG-1 not coming on the show yet. You know, because I've got those stories. So I'm much more interested in ones that I've never had before. So
yeah. Well, I tuned into Robin Mosley live yesterday.
He was great. You know,
I enjoyed him. I felt so
like,
bad when he said that he was really anxious. He's like, oh,
he
that
was
wasn't that bad at all. And I was like, oh, Robin,
before, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna have a good time. He watched episodes of Dial the Gate before, and for whatever reason, he just didn't feel like he was up to par, and it was like,
no, you're one of the most iconic episodes
I have
of Stargate.
You is because
exactly
that your story is worth telling. You know, exactly. And he did a pretty good job. So
plus he had like previous history with Richard Dean Anderson and like obviously some of the producers and stuff from Stargate because he was in a number of episodes. So he's got that history there. So early connections with RDA.
Yep.
He's a fascinating guy.
Maybe
any connections to RDA are exciting for Yvie.
Exactly. Maybe taking next weekend off for the Dial the Gate. Still working on scheduling with a couple of folks. But right now we'll see where things go. So appreciate you guys.
Cool.
All right, gang.
Back at ya.
We will be returning next week for the Tok'ra 1 and 2. Thanks for tuning into Wormhole Extremists. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Bye.